Hey, welcome back to the Kobi Simmat Audio Experience. In this episode, I'm going to go through a couple of points to take that business idea that's bouncing around in your head and see if you can put in practice some of the concepts we teach here at Best Practice and test that idea to see if it's got legs. So if you're thinking about starting a business, if you've had some ideas bouncing around in your head, we can talk about some ways to execute, see if it's got legs, see if it's actually going to make money, and then we can talk in later episodes about how you can scale that idea. Let's get into it. Okay, one of the things that we can jump straight into is, should I be going and trying to raise money for my business idea? Should I be going and starting to think about, how do I raise capital? How should I build my business plan? How should I sort of put documents together? How should I, make this business into something? There's obviously lots of business books that you can read, business blueprints, all those kind of concepts. I think the number one tip, and we can get straight into it for you so I give you some value really quickly, is that take that idea. A lot of business ideas just exist with a social media account, for example, because we've got an audience. So maybe we're doing Instagram, maybe we're doing LinkedIn, maybe we're doing TikTok, and a PayPal account. And to validate your business idea is, instead of thinking right now about, well, how do I go and raise capital? How do I build this thing? Is, can you build version 1 and can you go and get some orders? So can you take an idea or a sample, and actually there's two places to raise money. One is obviously investors, but you lose complete control of your business if you take on investors. You lose complete control of your business if you take on investors. Yes, I said that. So the best place to get money for your business idea is from customers. So I want you to don't think about too much about building some online product or an online website or an online shop or an online ordering system. Go and see your friends and family and colleagues and see if they will buy the idea or buy the solution, buy the product, buy the service that is your idea to sell. Then the question is, how do we scale it? So I think people jump too quickly into the difference between how we scale a business and how we actually start a business. And so, a really good example would be, maybe your kids got a good idea. I heard a story recently about some kids making some gifts in the holiday season and then going door knocking around their street and actually selling the service to their neighbors. Car washing, lemonade stand, lawn mowing. We're thinking about, actually, I'll go see your neighbors. Should I start a lawn mowing business? Go and see your neighbors, the people next door, and will they pay you to mow their lawns? What's their feedback? You can kind of practice. I think practicing on your grandmother and your grandfather or your aunt and your uncle or your parents is a good step to kind of the first way to test the idea is, who are the people that have the challenge? Who are the people that are looking for the benefits that your business idea or your product or service is going to bring? So something I've been saying for a long time is, create the first invoice, which is asking a customer to pay you, and then go find someone's name to write at the top of that, and then have them deposit money into your bank account. Now, if a rapid fire way to scale a business, which we've done from time to time here at Best Practice, or scale an idea or scale a new product, is to actually run a set of emails or run an email campaign out to our customers to say, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to sell this service. We're going to come up with this new product. If you sign up now, if you pay now, we're going to give you an 80% discount, or we're going to give you a 50% discount. And so they kind of don't have the product to touch and feel. And so we're not charging the full retail price straight off. We're basically going in and saying, well, we're kind of prepared to give this away for free. People don't validate things they get for free, and people don't value things they get for free. So we kind of got to charge a little bit. You need to charge a little bit with your business idea. And then we need to go, okay, well, if you get a group of people that say, yes, I'm keen, here's my money. I'm prepared to wait for a little while you get organized and get the product ready. I'm also ready for it to, I know it's a prototype. I know it's the first version. I'm kind of prepared to wait. If you can get money out of your customers, there's your funding, and you've got complete control of your business. Then we can start talking about how we scale this thing. How do we make more money? So what we've got to do is get the first order from a customer. And if you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 orders from customers and get the money in, then we've actually got a business idea. So that's going to help us get past this kind of, I think it should be this, and I think it should look like that, and I think it should be, these are all the metrics and requirements that, that I'm going to have my product, this is how it's going to look. The market is going to give you the answer. Don't be a focus group of one. That's my tip for the end of this particular podcast is try not to be a focus group of one. Try not to go through the ideas in your head and speculate. Yes, you're an authority, but it's when someone gives you money in exchange for your product or service, that's the ultimate yes. That's the ultimate yes, this is a thing. This is a real thing. And get that revenue into your bank account. And now what you're focusing on from a customer's perspective is you're not focusing on the features and benefits of your particular product or service. You're focusing on, or the features of your product or service, you're focusing on the benefit it brings to your customer. Benefit, or the word we use lots now, is value. The value that it brings to your customer. What's the value? So how is it going to help your customer to feel? They're going to feel more confident. They're going to feel proud. They're going to feel organized. They're going to feel, that this thing has been put to bed. Whether you're selling holidays, whether you're selling cars, whether you're selling an app, whether you're selling a service, whether you're selling pre-cooked meals. We buy from time to time. We have a very busy household. The Simmat household is really busy. Lots going on with the business and school and all of our family obligations and responsibilities. And so for some of the meals each week, we have pre-cooked meals. So, a group of people, we have a subscription, and a group of people drop off 3 pre-cooked meals. We've got to add a few ingredients to it. They drop that off to us each week. Now, they tested that idea with us. It's become a bigger business now. They've got a subscription service. We pay a monthly subscription. That gives us 3 sort of pre-cooked meals a week. And last night I had to cook some pasta, and then they had pre-made a beautiful pre-made seafood sauce to go on that pasta. So we had to heat up the sauce, cook the prawns, and then add that to some pasta that I pre-cooked. And that came as part of our subscription. So we were there at the inception of that business idea. That's now scaling. They've got, they're now getting revenue. They're getting paid, not a huge amount of money, but they're getting paid. They're getting fair exchange for what they're producing so far. What they're trying to do now is work out how they can make it into a bigger business and make more money. And that is, they're going to need to build bigger kitchens and add more capacity to their business. We can talk about that later. So really, the test is start small. If you're thinking about developing an app or an online kind of business, what's the offline version of that? Because online is just going to help you scale, but you want to test it offline first. So if you're thinking about creating maybe an online course, if you're thinking about delivering online services, then can you do that same service offline? The money might not be great, but will someone pay for that service offline? We recently rapid launched a new training course. We sent out 3 emails and we sold 120 tickets to this small online course. Just a very small select niche group of people, but from 3 emails, we created 120 tickets, which gave us the revenue to then deliver the service. Now, in an offline world, we would have announced that we were going to run a course at a venue on a particular date and time. We would have invited people to that. We would have asked for them to pay for their tickets. They'd pay for their tickets. Then they could come and sit in the hotel room, the function room at a hotel, and I would have delivered that training course. It's no different. But what the internet has allowed us to do is that those people don't need to all be in the same city at the same geographical location. It's allowed us to scale our business. And so the 120 people were from all over the world. So your homework, now that you can take this idea, is go and see if you can find someone to buy the very first example of your product or service. That's your goal. Think about a price. Don't think about the fact that you need more money. Just think if it's $50, $100, $1,000, $10,000, go and sell one, then make it. See if you can sell it without making it, and then make it. And that is going to commit that actually someone's prepared to hand over money. Now, if it's 10, go and make 10 and see if you can sell 10. And then with the money that you've from the 10, assuming you've got margin, and we can have a separate conversation about margin and what margin you should have on your products and services. You could say your margin's 30%, for example. Your cost of goods sold is 30%, or your cost of goods sold is 20%, or your cost of goods sold is 50%. Your margin is double that. So your sale price might be $10, your cost of goods sold is $5. So you've got a margin of $5, or you've got 100% markup is a term we can use. So 100% markup is double your cost of your goods sold. You can think about that. So go and do that. Go and see if you can sell one, and then come back to this podcast and we'll talk more about how you can start scaling that business, how you can start making that business more efficient, more productive, and how you can actually grow that business. So that's it from me. Just a quick catch up with everybody, very specific podcast. I'm going to start recording for you guys more dedicated podcasts. We'll obviously keep providing the audio from some of the other videos and live streams we do on social media, but Luke and I are committed to bringing you more high quality podcasts around this kind of concept of how do we build your business? How do we take your business idea? How do we start that? How do we scale that as we build out the best practice business blueprint? Okay, that's it for me. If you're not following me on Instagram, please go and check me out on Instagram. My handle is Kobi Simmat on Instagram. Lots of great work happening on Instagram. And also, if you're a LinkedIn user, we're very active on the LinkedIn platform. And in fact, the LinkedIn platform and a direct message on either LinkedIn or Instagram is the best way to get to me. So if you're not following me on either of those platforms, it'd mean a lot to me if you jumped on and gave us a follow and gave us a like. Great content there in what is something that's very pictorial as opposed to this audio platform. So that's it from me. If you don't see me or hear me, if you don't hear me here on the Kobi Simmat Audio Experience, you'll definitely see me over on Instagram and LinkedIn. And that's it for the Kobi Simmat Audio Experience. Hope this has been great. If you want more information, if you want some help growing and scaling your business, and you want sort of a bit more proximity to us, reach out to us and we can organize a 15-minute Zoom, and I can answer your questions and hopefully clear those blockages to get you moving with your business. Okay, that's it from me. Bye for now.